Hello, strong people. Week 3, day 4 of off-season work. It is kind of a different time for me to be doing a training session right now. It's Saturday night. It's like 6 o'clock, I think. We got out today and went grocery shopping because we didn't do any of that for like the last 40-something days or so. So had to go out and stock up. But came home, relaxed a little bit, got some food. My meal prep, a little turkey and rice, made it into a burrito because it's good that way. And then sat around for a little bit, watched some YouTube. I watched the behind the scenes from the Magnus Ver Magnuson Classic on Big Law's YouTube channel. I don't know. If I was asked to do that show, I probably wouldn't say no. I think I'd be dumb to say no. But the idea of going out there in those conditions and lifting, a little bit sketchy, but that's part of the fun of it. They're odd events, really odd events, but you be in Iceland, you get to do the Husafell. There's so many cool things that would come from that, so maybe someday. But the cold would be rough. It didn't look too terrible this time around. Definitely cold, but and like it gets cold in here, of course, and not quite to the same degree, and I'm not exposed to the elements. I'm just the cold. There's no wind, there's no snow, no rain to make it slippery or nothing. There's just a lot of variables at that show that would make it a little bit sketchy, but it's strong, man. It's pretty fun. So we got split jerks today. I'm pretty excited for them. I look forward to these pretty much every week now. Because I can feel myself improving. Thursday was not a great session in general, so I hope today is a little bit better. We'll find out shortly, but then I think there's some lat pull downs maybe. I don't remember. I know there's dumbbell incline again, but yeah, I'm excited. It takes me a little bit to stretch out on these days to get the mobility to be like, to really punch back and up rather than like forward and up. So I gotta get into that because that takes me a few minutes to get the feel of. Especially if I'm sore from pressing. I don't know, maybe a little bit sore from pressing the other day still, but we'll see. We'll just get loosened up and hopefully we get our way into, I want to be in the threes today. 295 was last week, I think. I think I can get into the threes this week as long as I'm feeling pretty good. So, as long as the form doesn't suffer too much. It's not only is it technique work because it's a new movement for me, but it's also just kind of building that confidence and dropping under the weight. Usually I'm pressing the weight away from him. Now I'm kind of throwing and catching it. Like a circus dumbbell, but a lot more weight. So it's just a weird adjustment mentally to get used to doing that. So that's what this is for, though. So let's get warmed up and see what happens. that went pretty good. I'm pretty content with that. I messed up, kind of. I forgot that I had one more set to do, so I took off like all my stuff and started setting up for the next exercise. Completely forgot I had one more set to do, so I didn't go back to it. I called it the set before, so one set short, but that's okay. I'm pretty content with how that last set went anyway. I'd probably say it was my best set. Maybe. I have to watch back to be sure. Sorry I recorded it this way and not this way. I wanted a video for shorts, but and plus it's kind of easier to see technique whenever it's vertical like that because it's better zoom, whatever. It looks different. I could see what I was doing a little bit better. Plus I wanted to kind of gauge how far I'm actually dipping or dropping underneath the bar because although my legs aren't bending, like my knees aren't bending all that much when I catch, I'm going pretty far out and back with my feet. So I feel like I am dipping fairly deep or dropping fairly deep below the bar. Because I was looking at like where the boxes line up on my shirt to see how far I'm dropping underneath it. And I think it's okay. I mean, I'm not, pressing out anything. I'm throwing and catching it. So that's the goal. If I'm pressing it out, I'm either not getting enough leg drive on the push press part, or I'm not dipping far enough underneath, or a combination of both. So I haven't hit that wall yet where I'm having to press out the weight. Because at that point, I'm going to have to do better leg drive wise or dip lower underneath to catch it. So, or both. But we're not there yet. So one small adjustment I made today that I hadn't been doing recently, the tightness of my wrist wraps. I had been kind of loose with it because I wanted to get my hand back a little bit, just to kind of help with that backwards and up motion versus straight up. That didn't work today on the heavier weights. That was why I dropped that one rep that I almost missed the blocks entirely. That's what happened there. My wrist kind of went all wonky or whatever. So after that, I tightened my wrist straps down like the whole way, as tight as they would go. And I felt much more stable up top. So I'll definitely keep doing that as we go. I don't know. I'm happy doing this exercise. It's fun. It's working some different stuff. It's giving me something new to do. Yeah. I feel athletic doing it, kind of. It's kind of fun. I wonder what we'll program up to next training cycle. I'd assume we keep this in, but I don't know for sure. I would assume so. I don't know. It's hard to say because we have the Arnold coming up, and I don't see them doing this event there. I'm not saying they couldn't, but they've just done it so much already. I don't see it. Oh God, I really hope that it's not a press medley. Oh God, I hope not. If it is, whatever. They had a max log. They had a press medley the year before, and then they've done all behind the neck press this year, like every show. So I don't know, but and I don't expect them to announce the events until probably January, honestly, but I'm going off on a tangent now and the rain's coming, so let's just move on to dumbbell. I wish I was recording that. Good God. I forgot that I didn't have collars on the one side of my dumbbells here, and it's the side that was directly over my face. So I was warming up. It's just tens, thank God. I was warming up. I did like 3 reps, and I was like, why is this banging around a lot? And I look at the weights, and they're sliding off the dumbbells directly onto my face. So immediately I flicked them to the side and put them down as the weights are like falling off. I almost just blinded myself with 2 10-pound plates. I'm upset I didn't have that on camera. I had to let you guys know that was life flashed before my eyes there. That was heavy. I want you guys to see just exactly how close. Look, I can't fit. There's no more weight that can be fit on this dumbbell. Unless I put 35s on, maybe. But I cannot risk putting any more weight on this. So this is like, that might be as heavy as I can go on these dumbbells, because I don't think, if I had another set of 25s, which I don't think I do, if I had another set of like 4 25s, I need 4 25s, I think I could put more weight on it, but I don't think. This is pretty sketchy. Look at this. Let me see if I can get the camera right. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this clip is halfway on here. Can you see that? I'll just do it here. I'm going to flip this around. There we go. That's how much clip I had on there, which might look like a lot, but it's not. That was really sketchy having that over my face. All right, I'm just gonna record my 3 sets of 12 on this and call the video there. This might be a little bit light. Got some underhand lat pull downs. That stretch feels good though. Oh, I could just sit here like this. That's actually not bad. My head kind of hurts. I don't know why. Maybe not enough water or something, I don't know. The dumbbell, that didn't help. It put some pressure on my skull there a little bit. It's been a pretty good session, I'm happy with it. Dumbbell strength seems to be kind of through the roof. I wonder if I could attribute that to like all the barbell pressing we did. I really hope I didn't break my charger there. I still have the Mammoth bar tube that it came in the mail. I don't know why. But I moved this bike over and it fell down and I think it hit my chargers on the wall there. Well, what was I talking about? I don't know. Let's do another set. We'll cruise through these. Those are tough. My head hurts really bad after a set of those. I feel like I was talking about something kind of important. Oh, dumbbells. I feel like I got some good carryover to those from maybe all the barbell pressing, which was part of the goal too. There's 2 reasons I pressed from the rack in Americas. One, I don't think I had enough time to get the behind the neck push press down or split jerk or whatever. Second one was because I feel like I'd build better strength, more carryover to other events. Because like I don't want to say it's only good for one event because it's not, but generally speaking, everything we do, we press from the front. So if I do a whole prep hitting just big numbers on just straight regular push press, I'm sure that's going to have some general strength carryover to log or axle, whatever. and maybe in this case, dumbbell. So that was another reason. That, and I knew I wasn't going to win the show, you know. It wasn't, I'm just not ready for something like that. I can't say I'm not ready to compete there because I earned my invite. You know, if you earn your invite, then you can be there. You know, that's part of it. Yeah. My nose is so stuffed, I cannot breathe at all out of it. Oh, I just remembered I didn't put my root beer zero in the fridge. It's not going to be cold. That is heartbreaking. Well, by the way, A&W Zero is the best. Don't come at me with the Barks Zero or A&W Zero. Or sorry, not Mug. Not Mug Zero. A&W is where it's at. Are there other zeros? Root beer? I don't know. Nah, I don't think so. I can't think of any. A&W is the best, so. Last set. Whew. I did this last week when I wasn't recording, and I let go of one set before the other. I almost whacked myself in the head with it. Would have done some damage. God, I need to go drink some water or something. Oh, and I was talking about the Magnuson Classic earlier, and I didn't even mention that it was over. So I wanted to like congratulate Levi Strong on his win by 1 point. It's crazy. And to do that with 2 pressing events is pretty impressive because just realistically, his pressing is not, you know, that great. It's his worst event. He'd probably agree, I'd imagine. So to do that, to win while there's 2 pressing events, a block press and a log press, I don't know. I didn't actually watch the block press, so I don't know how he did there, but it's impressive. Shows you how good he was at the other 6 events. So props to him because he beat some big boys. First competed against him back in my first nationals. I think he barely, did he get his pro card that year? Pretty sure he did. Yeah, I think he did because I don't think he competed the next year. No. Yeah. Pretty sure he got his pro card the first year I competed, which was what, 22? I think that's right. He's still killing it, so good for him. That was my last set. Yeah, that was. I'm out of it, so that's what I'm gonna call the video. I want to be done, but it's not how it works. So until next time, I wonder what I have Monday. I'm going to look right after this. I don't know, but I'm excited to look. So until next time, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.